Okay, so let's talk about David Crowder. He was the final act of the night at the WFRN Friend Fest on Friday night, and honestly, I did not know what to think. Um, Let me show you the picture from the program. I'll tell you where I'm going with this. Where is he? There he is. Can you see? Oops, right here. There. Can you see that? That's the picture. And see, I knew literally nothing about David Crowder other than the fact that I have one David Crowder CD and I've listened to it a few times. And I liked it, but I only listened to it a few times. I don't know why. I've listened to it a few times more since the other night. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. I know my friends all are crazy fans of his, like totally big fans, and I love all of the songs that they play on the radio. I guess I'm just a very weird person. But after Friday night, all I can say, I have two words actually. The first word I have to say is wow. I never would have guessed that a guy, okay, this is going to sound mean, but it's a guy that looks like this could be so funny. I mean, he was hysterical. Funny and amazing, just amazing. Funny, amazing. I never would have guessed that from the picture. He looks like he would be very serious. And I don't know how else to say it, but just, he does not look like he would be that funny, but he was very funny. My other word that I have to say is, I was very disappointed. Not in him at all. I was disappointed that the show didn't last longer because there were some technical problems and that were not his fault. That was not his fault. Don't get me wrong. He had nothing to do with the technical problems. He actually handled it like a real professional and kept the crowd very entertained with his stories from his childhood in Texas. And they were really funny. And then, about the time they got the technical problems fixed, there were some reports of inclement weather coming our way. And of course, being in an outdoor festival, they had to, think about the safety of the performers and the people out in the middle of the field. So they wanted everybody to get the heck out. So, granted, it didn't rain or anything until like 3 o'clock in the morning. So I think they may have jumped the gun on getting everybody out, but better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, my two words were wow and disappointed. I could have, stayed and listened to his show probably all night because he was that good, and it totally surprised me because I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why. I was not expecting it, and even more surprising. He was following like my favorites, the Sidewalk Prophets, Stellar Cart, which I was totally amazed by. I didn't even get to see all of theirs, and I could have listened to them play all night too because they were that good. Sanctus Real, they were not slouches by any stretch of the imagination. They were pretty great too. And seriously, I think if I had been able to see David Crowder's whole entire set, he probably would have taken the cake from the whole night. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to see the whole set. So, a few things I want to say, and I know this not because this was discussed at the concert, but from my research that I've done since then. He was performing under the name Crowder because the David Crowder Band, as how you may have heard his group been referred to in the past, that they're no more. They have disbanded, and so now he performs and does his stuff under the name Crowder. It's kind of like a 6-piece collective type group. kind of the same thing, but different people. He's still saying a lot of the songs that you would probably know from before. The standout song, in my opinion, is How He Loves. That's my favorite. I really love that song a lot. He did get that one in before calamities set in, so I was happy about that. Let me think here. What else did I find out? I was very happy to learn from the WFRN morning show announcer that welcomed him that he is only playing 2 festivals this summer. The Creation Fest, which is the largest music festival in the United States, and the WFRN Friend Fest. So I got to see him play the little bit that he played in Nappanee, Indiana. I wonder how he decided to do that. Creation Fest in little old Nappanee, Indiana. That's interesting. I would have liked to have asked how he decided to do that. Anyway, so yeah, one of 2 festivals, and I got to be at one of them, so that was pretty exciting. I did also learn, this is a little thing that you may not know, apparently he lives in the house that Dr. Pepper, the soda, soft drink, whatever you call it, was invented in. So if you like Dr. Pepper and you like David Crowder, you know, there's a connection there. Very an odd trivia fact that, you know, you may, if you play trivia at Buffalo Wild Wings or wherever, that could be a question someday. So you might want to remember that. That could very well be a question. Trying to think what else did I write. I think the only other thing that I can really think of that I want to say is just about the quality of his voice. He has a voice that is very distinct. It's so unique. Once you've heard him sing, if you hear him sing on the radio, or you know, you will recognize his voice. It is that, you know, it's just very recognizable. It's amazing. He just has a real gift. Amazing. The other thing I want to say is, and I could be totally off base on this. I don't know. This could be totally incorrect. I believe he writes some of his songs. I know he did not write the How He Loves song. I know that he did not write that song. I know he got permission to change one of the lyrics, which I actually totally like the lyric change that he made in that song. But I believe he does write a lot of his songs. I could be wrong, so don't hate me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. But when my grandma was a writer and a poet and an English teacher, and I also write, and one of the things she told me when I was younger, one of the best pieces of advice she ever gave me was to never use big words when smaller words will do. Because there will come a time when you'll want to use a big word for emphasis, and if you've already used all the big words, it's not going to mean the same thing if I've already been throwing them around. And I think that was really good advice. And whenever I listen to David Crowder's songs, as I spent some time reading some of the lyrics to his songs that he sings, that was something that kind of popped into my head, that the words are very simple, but then every once in a while, you know, a unique, bigger word will kind of pop up, and it'll really make that emphasis all the stronger. And I think he really does that very well. Um, I think that really says a lot about his writing style, and I don't know, I just made me think about that advice my grandma gave me that, a lot of times people that write want to throw around big words to make themselves seem smarter, and, that's all fine and good, but, that may not necessarily be the best path to take. The other thing I thought of, too, was the story of how green eggs and ham came to be. If you don't know this story, green eggs and ham came to be after Dr. Seuss was challenged to write a children's book using only 50 words. And I think he did a pretty good job. Most everybody has heard the story of green eggs and ham. And in fact, there are less than 50 words in that book. And I think a lot of David Crowder's songs have 50 words or less, but yet they are some of the most beautiful songs that you will ever hear, and they really have a way of bringing people closer to Jesus. So there's something to be said for simplicity, I think, and so I guess David Crowder and Dr. Seuss have that special talent. Who doesn't love Dr. Seuss? And I guess, there's a lot of people that love David Crowder too, myself included now, after seeing him in concert on Friday. So I guess that's my review. I know he has Twitter. He's on Twitter. I did see that the other day when I was kind of doing a little bit of research. And I know he has a website. So go check him out on those places. He probably has Facebook too, but I didn't really look there. Yeah. And from what I read the David Crowder Band Wikipedia article. There's a whole lot of fun looking stuff that you can check out if you're interested. I think I'll be definitely doing some checking out of that fun stuff in the near future, just for fun. So, I would encourage you to maybe go read that Wikipedia article as well if you're interested. And of course, go buy some of his CDs. And if Crowder comes your way, by all means, you definitely want to go and see him. I don't know. Like I said, he was only doing 2 festivals this summer, and both of those festivals are done at this point. So you may be waiting a while. While you wait, you may want to have something to read, so you can head over to my website and check out some of my blogs. My website is www.bethstauffer.com. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is pumpkinpatchpg. And you can also send me an email, beth@bethstauffer.com, or you can check me out on Pinterest, where I hang out as Beth Stauffer. I appreciate you stopping by to check out my review of the Crowder concert, and I hope you have a really great rest of the day and that you'll stop back later. I also have other reviews posted from the WFRN Friend Fest. Sidewalk Prophets review is posted. The Mandisa review is posted, and I actually heard from Mandisa. She actually watched my review, and she said it made her day, and she loved it. So, by all means, go check that one out. I was very happy to make Mandisa's day. Sanctus Real, I'm going to be putting up very soon, and then I still have left 10th Avenue North and Casting Crowns to do. So, lots of good stuff for you to watch, and so if you're bored today, there's lots for your viewing pleasure. But until next time, take care, and thanks again for watching.